Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kenny Alade. If you are watching me for the first time, thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe, like and share for others to see, and you also get to see me when I post my next video. Thank you so much. So in my last video, my previous video, I mentioned something that I was going to talk about today. I mentioned why I have not been able to go to National Youth Service and what happened, why I had to wait, why I had to like stay back when all of my friends were going and I couldn't go. Something happened. So, and God actually gave me victory over that thing that happened. So I just want to share the story today as to encourage someone, like as a testimony, to just encourage someone that is also waiting for something, that God is always able to do it if you can wait, if you can trust in his judgment, and you can tell him all your problems and everything. God is actually going to do it for you. It might take time, it might be depressing, it might be worrying, it might be so exhausting, but one thing is for sure, God is going to do it. So this is me here just trying to share the whole story and the whole process of everything that happened, because nothing can beat that joy that comes with your answered prayers. Like when you have this testimony to share about some situations that you've gone through in the past, like nothing fulfilling comes close to it when you actually have that testimony to share about the whole process. So this is me just here to share the story and how God answered me and how my waiting period finally came to an end. So what happened was, last year May, I went for my like after school, there's this process that you just need to go through. Like as a Nigerian student, there's a process that you need to go through for your NYSC. Like every Nigerian student can relate with it. There is this thing they call JAMB regularization that you need to do before you could go for service, or there are some processes that you need to just follow before you can go for National Youth Service and the like. So I did my JAMB regularization May 2023. So I did it, and as usual, I think it takes 3 months to get approved, sometimes lesser, or sometimes it might even be more than 3 months, but I think the max is just 3 months. So I did it, and I was expecting the results to come out, like the approval for me to get approved so I can process my mobilization and the likes. So I was just in my space doing my thing, and I was just hoping that okay, everything will work out fine, everything is going to be fine and everything. So I kept on checking. I'll go to school, I'll check the list, I'll check everything, I was checking my email, I was checking everything to just make sure everything is going well, everything is working out fine. So I wasn't really expecting anything to happen or have any setbacks or something of such will happen. So the process was going fine, it was going all, nothing happened. So after 3 months, the approval was supposed to come in, it didn't come. So I went back to school to like check for updates. I called some people that I could call, like, have you seen it, have they approved yours? Because I think we were like 5 or 6 that did our JAMB regularization together. So we're just expecting it to be approved so we can proceed. So after 3 months, the school notified us that I think a new batch or a new list is out that we should check for if our names will be there also. Like they just approved some admission also that we should check. So my twin sister got her approval, 4 of our friends got their own approval, like they approved their admission. I think August, that was after 3 months, August 2023, they approved them, and it was just me. So I kept on checking. I kept on checking my emails, checking my messages, just trying to check every possible place that the approval can come through or coming through or anything. So I was checking and checking. After 2 weeks, after 2 weeks, after 3 weeks, like I keep on counting days, counting weeks, counting months. It was after a month, so I reached out to some people to ask how long they waited for them to see theirs, and people were like 3 months, 4 months. I said okay, maybe they are just doing it small, like little by little, that it is still going to reach my own turn. So I was very calm, because I never expected that I was going to face anything like that. So I was very calm. I didn't really bother myself about it. I did not really think too much about it, because I was like, oh, it's a normal process. I didn't take it that far. So I think after a month and I didn't see anything, so I went back to school. So someone just encouraged me that okay, I should go back to school, since I've always been checking and checking, and school has always assured us that they will do it. So I went back to school. So I went to check the office that we submitted the form to. When I got there, I saw the list outside. I saw the names of my sister and my friends that they just approved. I checked and checked. I didn't see my name. So I went inside the office to meet the person in charge. So when I got there, I met two people. So the man was like, they've submitted though, and they've done the necessary things that they are supposed to do from their own end. He cannot tell what the problem is or where the problem is coming from, that he's going to ask his colleague. At that point I was like, hey God, have mercy upon me. So the man came outside. The man was like, like she does not even understand what I'm trying to say, because all our names have been submitted and they've done the necessary things. That this one that I'm now saying now is like a surprise to her, that she does not really understand what the problem is. At the point she was even like, it's not like, sure it's not like you offend someone, Abi, what happened? Like, is it your village people? I was like, hey, God forbid. So the woman now said that something like this is very rare and they don't usually get complaints like this for stuff like this, but she's going to like try to like figure out what the problem is, that I should just be calm, that I should not worry, that but they know that on their own part they've done what they are supposed to do and there is no problem. So I said okay. So I waited in the office for like for some few hours. They went to go and check some files, they check some things, they check everything, check, and so the man said I should go through the list again to check my name, because immediately we submit, you are going to write down your name, your department and everything. You're going to write it down. So I went to the book. I saw my name the day, because it was still May, so I still remembered. So I checked my name. My name was after my sister's name. So the man was like, this is your sister's name, this is your name, why is your name not here? I said I don't know. He said I should go outside to go and check the list again. I told him that, sir, I've checked my name is not there. He said I should check again. I checked like 3-4 times. I said, sir, my name is not there. The man was just surprised that what is happening. So they could not even tell what the problem is. They could not even tell what was wrong. Like, they were surprised too. So the man checked everywhere, checked all the office, checked all the book, checked all the files, checked everything. So he now said, okay, they should check the files that they brought back from where they took the files to, that maybe there might be something on my file that they don't know about. So he went there, to check the files that they have kept somewhere, like all those files that they've attended to, that they kept somewhere, that okay, these ones we have done it, we don't have any business with these ones again. So he went to go and check the file to check my name there, if there is something there or something that they need to like see. So to their own surprise, because they were shocked too, to their own surprise, when they got there, they saw my file. They saw the like my own form that I brought in hand. They saw it. They now saw some red virus on it, some things on it and everything. They saw it and they were like, where did this one come from? Why didn't we see this thing before they packed it to the files that they've not treated, like that they've treated? Like, why is my file there? Something like that. I was just looking, hey God, in Yoruba I was just like, Oloma Ekori Takobi, Oloma Eke Ori Ogun, something like that. I was just trying to like just express myself then. So when they checked the file, they saw that there was a problem with my file, and they didn't even they didn't see it, like they did not see that foul till they packed it there. So I was not asking the man the answer, but if there was a problem from jam office that people should have known now, you should have seen the file and just separated it and keep it somewhere. The man was like, that they don't even know that this is the first time that you'll be seeing the file, that this is the first time that you'll be seeing it there, that is not even aware of anything, that if not that I came that day to come and make, like, to come and let them know or complain about it, that that is where the file is going to be sitting. Like, I can just wait for 1 year without knowing anything. I'll just there and I'll just be there waiting and waiting and waiting with no solution. I'll just be waiting. And thank God that I came, that the spirit that brought me to school that day was really the spirit that wants me to, like, see to it or something like that. So the man brought out the file. I was like, okay, what they're going to do is that I will submit, like I just submitted that day. I will write my name and they're going to reprocess everything all over again. Hey God. And I was like, so sir, the 3 months that I've waited for now is now like a waste. Like, there's nothing you can do, or maybe you should just help me submit my own differently, or help me process my own differently, since I've waited for a long time. The man was like, no, that I'm going to wait another 3 months and I will resubmit back. And I think that was around September 29th. I submitted back after waiting since May. And at that time, they've gone for batch A, batch B1, batch B2. So I was hoping that I could go with the next batch, which was C1. I was hoping I could go back with batch C1 that time. So that day I felt so disappointed. I felt so God, I don't know the type of expression, like type of feelings that I was going through that day, but I was so down. I was so disappointed. I was so like, out of 5 people, why is it that I'm the one that is now waiting, or that had issues? They were saying the problem is that I was not on portal, JAMB did not reflect my process, my form. They could not even say the particular thing that was even wrong with it, because they were even surprised. And I was like, hey God, devil. So I was so disappointed. Like, it was the hardest. Like, when they say waiting period, like when they say people wait for something, like that really taught me a lot, because I could relate, I could feel it. Like, is this how waiting for something really is? I waited, I cried, I prayed, I fasted, I sang different songs, I did a lot of things. Waiting period is definitely the hardest, like the hardest. Like, I don't pray for anyone to wait for something so eager, eager, waiting for something, like waiting for something that you know you need. Like, you are waiting for that thing and you're not getting it. Like, it's a very, 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 very hard phase of life. Like, I waited. All my friends were going for NYC. All my friends were going. They were living their life. They were flaunting it. And I was just crying. Like, the most painful part is that I don't even know where the problem even came from. Like, I don't know what really happened, what went wrong. I just know I was waiting. It was really, really hard. Like, it was hard. Those times I used to tell myself that, so is this how people wait for something, like maybe their business stuff, waiting to get pregnant, waiting to be promoted, waiting to get that dream job, waiting to get different things? Like, is this how it feels? Like, every day I was depressed. Every day, I think it was very, very hard for me, Sha. It was very hard. I thank God for my friends and my family that were there to like encourage me and talk me out of it, because it was really, waiting period is very, very hard. Like, but one thing that I did was that I never doubted God's plan for me. I never doubted God's purpose for it or everything. I kept on praying and believing. That was one thing I did. Like, if you are waiting for something, you just have to believe in God. You just have to trust that it is only God that can do it, because no matter how many times you think about it, there's nothing you want to do about it. You just have to wait and pray. What I do those times was, I was always telling God to help me to trust in his judgment for me. I was always telling God to help me to trust in his judgment for me, to help me overcome that phase, to to strengthen me, like to give me that courage, like to move on and to be able to like pass that phase, because it was very, very hard. You see your friends going for something that could have just come easy, but just there was just a little plot twist, or let me put it like that, and you cannot even tell. You just sit down there waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Like my life was on a hold, like everything stopped, everything paused. So I kept on checking my emails. I'll check my emails, I'll check my messages, I'll check different things. I'll just check and still nothing. So it was such a hard time for me, like a very, very hard time for me, like a very, very, very crucial and hard time for me. Like if I wasn't a Christian, like I would have given up. Like thank God that I know God. Thank God I was someone that could just hold myself to like just believe in God. Like I don't want to know what you want to tell me. I don't want to know what you want to say to me. Like I was holding so much into my faith. I was holding so much into God's promises for me. I was holding in so much that it is only God that can do it for me. I would just pray, tell God to just hold me, to just give me that strength to be able to bear all this, like because I wasn't expecting it. Like it was something that I wasn't expecting, that something like that could actually happen. Like it was even something that was not even common, like something that I could not even relate with. Like nobody could even relate with it. So it got to a point I had to block all messages coming into my email. I had to block all messages coming into my phone, because it was now starting to look like depression to me, because I was not focused on anything else. My mind was always on getting that approval, getting that email. So I wasn't checking anything. All the groups that I joined for NYC update and everything, I shunned everything. I just had to like lock up like to so many things, so that I would just focus on myself and focus on believing in God. So it was actually that time that Nathaniel Bassey's song came out, that Jesus Ye, and that song was like, I made a short using that song. So it was that time that song came out, and I would just, the first time I heard that song was Hallelujah. No, it's not Hallelujah Challenge. It was Experience. I think Experience. I don't know if it's Experience, but there was a program. There was a program during that December time. I don't know the program. I think it was champion something, championship or something. I think that was where I heard that song. It was the first time that I heard that song there. So that day, I was just watching the program that day, and I just heard that song that what was impossible, you made possible, Jesus Ye, and something like that. So immediately I heard that song, I tapped into that testimony, I tapped into that song, I tapped into the words, I tapped into the, I didn't even want to know this. I connected so much with the song that it's now like it was now something I could not do without singing. So I joined my faith with that song, and it was now my everyday chorus. So when I wake up in the morning, when I want to sleep, anything that I'm doing, I'll just be like, what was impossible, you made possible for me, Jesus Ye. I'll sing that song, I would dance to it, I will rejoice to it. Sometimes people will even ask me that, this one that you're dancing to this song, is there any change or any news? I'll say, my news is coming. I know that what is impossible, like what they say is not reflecting, what they say is not showing, what they say I have to do back, what they say I have to do this. I know that Jesus will make everything possible, and it's just be like a dream when it finally gets approved. So I was holding on to my faith. I was praying, I was hoping, I was believing. There was no day that I doubted God's judgment for me. I was like, for something like this to be happening, then God is trying to like tell me something, or God is trying to remind me of something. So I was holding on to it. If you are a Christian and you are waiting and you are believing in God, just hold on to God. Like, just hold on to God. No one, absolutely no one can do it without God. So I was just hoping and believing, and was just singing that song, and I was just doing my thing. I was not even that bothered again, though I was thinking about it, because it's not easy when you're waiting for something. That is where your mind everything would definitely be, no matter what you do, you would want to just go back and remember that something is actually stopping you from something. You're actually waiting for something. So to cut the long story short, December 25th. So when people asked, like a week before, someone asked me, and I was like, that this thing is not going to be possible this year again, that I will just have to wait for next year, that this is we are gradually moving to the end of the year, and it's a festive season and it's an holiday season, that I don't think anything is going to work this year again. But I trust God that January next year, because I was facing the reality. When I was going through all this time, I was always facing the reality that nothing comes easy, and there are times that life will just happen to you. So I was actually telling everybody that time that till next year that I don't want to stress myself again, because thinking about this thing was actually giving me some kind of feelings and like that. So I told them that I trust that God will do it for me when the time is right, and I would trust in his judgment and just wait. So December 25th, I totally forgot about it, that next year we move again. So December 25th, we're at home now, preparing for our Christmas chicken and Christmas rice. Everybody was at home just trying to do their thing and all. So prior to that time, there was a lady that I helped like to process her own too. Like within 3 weeks and a month, she got approved. I think November she got approved. I was actually the one, because she stays far from Lagos, so I was the one that was helping her to check on her own stuff in school. She's my classmate. I was checking her own for her. I was doing everything to follow up with her and everything. So the day she called me that she got approved, that day I was so down, that Kenny, I've been approved though. God will do your own for you. Don't think about it too much. Don't do this, don't do that. I was like, hey God, why is my own like this? Why am I getting so tested like this and all that? Tell me that I've been approved though. Thank you for following up with me. Thank you for doing this and doing that. I said no problem. So the girl would always call and check up on me and everything, that what is now the problem? She was approved November, and I actually helped her with her process and everything, and I was still not approved. So December 25th, like I was saying, so I was at home doing my thing and everything. Everybody was worried. Everybody was always encouraging my mom, my sisters. Everybody was always there encouraging me that okay, it will happen, you will go, you will not be left out, you will not be this, you know. But I said I trust in God. December 25th, I was at home, like I wasn't expecting anything. So there was this other girl too that we also did together, and she was also expecting her own. So the morning of that 25, she had already called. She's my twin sister's friend. She had already called my sister that she saw her own approval, that he just sent her approval email, and she has been approved. So me, I was not online, so I didn't check anything. I didn't see anything because I was not even expecting it. I shunned everything. I was just like, when it happens, it happens. So my sister did not say anything to me. She was afraid. Like she didn't want to like spoil the atmosphere or tell me something that would ruin my day or change my mood for that day. So she didn't say anything. She just kept it to herself and didn't say anything. And when I woke up that morning, I was busy, but I was trying to like come online to just check Christmas stuff online, to just be online and just check some things online. But I was busy and I didn't touch my phone. So we were just doing our thing, and she was just looking at me some like in a kind of way, but I did not pay attention to it. I did not say anything. So after some few minutes, like it was around 10 o'clock in the morning, or I think 10 after 10 in the morning. So I was doing my thing. So something just occurred to me. I don't know. So I just told my mom that she should give me her phone. I want to use her hotspots. Like I want to check something online. So I took my mom's phone. I went to take my phone inside. So when I came outside, I just connected and a message popped up. I just saw the message. It popped up. I saw it, but it was not very clear. So I started shouting like, I saw something. So everybody was outside. My mom, my sisters, their children, everybody was outside. They were cooking Christmas rice. So I just say, I saw something. I was just shouting. I could not control myself. My hands, like I was shaking. The phone gun was shaking. So my sister was like, what did you see? I said, I don't know, but I just saw an email now, like, because I've closed my email for a while. I saw a message, like a message from Jam now. So my sister was like, just open, just open. So immediately I opened it. I saw congratulations, Oluwasoda Kehinde, you have been approved, your admission has been approved, you can now proceed to your admission letter, blah 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 blah. God, I was so excited. Like, I was so excited. It happened on a day that everybody was around. It happened the day that everybody was there to rejoice with me. Everybody was there to congratulate me. The emotions were just flying up. I started crying, and I was just saying, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. I cried my eyes out that day. Like, I cried. My sister was also crying. My mom, my sisters, my nephews, my nieces, they were crying. Everybody was just rejoicing and crying. It happened on a memorable day, like December 25th. It happened on the day that I would never forget. The email just came in and it just changed everything. I cried that day. I thank God. I was crying. I was just singing praises. I was just saying all sorts of things. In fact, I thank God. Like, waiting period is very hard, and trust me, God is going to do it in a way that you would never forget. It is going to come in a way that I don't even know. Like, it's going to happen in a way like when you don't even expect it. It's going to happen when you are not even focused on it, when you don't even think about it anymore. When you least expect it to happen, that is when it's going to happen. When I was disturbing myself, going, coming, I'll go to school like 3 times, 4 times in a week. I'll call people, I'll worry, I'll do this, I'll be depressed, I'll be that and that. Nothing happened. But it was when I calmed myself, when I wasn't thinking about it, when I was not even focused about it, when I totally shunned everything about it, that was when it actually happened. Like, it did not happen when I was expecting it. It happened when I wasn't expecting it. So this is me just trying to tell someone out there that no matter what you are going through, no matter what you are facing, if you can trust in God, if you can tell God that thing that you want him to do for you, if you can trust in God's judgment for you, like that judgment, like, God, I don't know what you are trying to tell me. I don't know what you are trying to explain to me. I don't know what you are trying to save me from, or what you are trying to, like, just let me know. But I trust in you that you are going to do it. I trust in your judgments that you are going to do it at the right time. If you can just tell those things to God, like, you will be very free. You'll be very free, and you would just wait for God. There is nothing God cannot do. If you can wait, it's going to happen at the right time. When you even least expect it to happen, that is when it's actually going to happen. So this is me telling someone out there that no matter what you are going through, maybe in your business, in your marriage, in your finances, in anything that you are waiting for God's intervention, that you are waiting for that miracle, that you are waiting for something to happen, if you can trust in God, God is going to do it. He's willing, he's able, he has all the possibilities, he has all the answers, he has everything. He's definitely going to do it. His waiting period that is, it is never an easy thing to do. It is never an easy phase of life or an easy moment for anybody, because you get tired, you get depressed, like, it will be exhausting, it will be tiring. You will ask yourself different questions, like, you are going to keep asking yourself if you are the only one, if something is actually wrong with you, if God has left you, if is your sin, like, different questions will just keep coming to your mind at every interval, at every point. It is not easy. Like, your faith will be tested. Like, you get so impatient, you get so troubled, you get so tired. But trust me, if you can trust in God, God is definitely going to do it for you. And finally, thank God that I'm finally going for my NYSC. Like, after then, everything became so easy, everything was smooth, everything was going fine. There was no issues, there is nothing, and to the glory of God, I am finally going for my NYSC stuff. So I'm going to be taking you all on my NYSC series, or my NYSC journey, or anything. I'm going to be taking you on a tour, or preparation about it. So I hope this video teaches you something. I hope it motivates you or inspire you to trust in God's judgment for you. That waiting period is not, like, it is not easy. It is a time that you would be lost and you don't even know what to do. Like, sometimes you even feel down, sometimes you don't even want to pray, sometimes you don't even want to say anything, sometimes you don't even want to do anything, just be weak and not even focus on anything. But it is definitely worth it if you can just allow God take the lead. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for staying true. Thank you so much. So I'll see you in my next one. Thank you so much.